How do I determine a mathematical relationship from my measurements in SPARKvue? In this case, I've previously collected pressure values from this advanced chemistry sensor when it was connected to this syringe of air as I varied the volume of air in the syringe. This table shows my measurements. So for example, at a volume of 60 milliliters, the measured pressure was 35.7 kilopascals. To the right, I've plotted pressure in kilopascals versus volume in milliliters. And this graph is simply a larger form of that. So, how do I determine what relationship is implied between pressure and volume from my data? I'm going to open up the graph tools and select curve fits. I can choose whichever curve fit I think will best fit my data. I think an inverse fit will work best for mine. So I'll press OK. And SPARKvue applies the best possible inverse fit to my data. The fit is here in red with the parameters shown in this note box, and that's the best fit to my data in blue. So how do I go from this generic fit to a relationship between my variables? Well, this box tells me that the best inverse fit is y is equal to a over x plus b, where a is this value and b is this value. Well, on my graph, y is simply the pressure in kilopascals as shown on the y-axis, and x is the volume in milliliters. So using this curve fit, I can derive this relationship between the pressure and the volume. Y, which is pressure, is equal to A, which in this case was 3,910 from that curve fit, and that would be in kilopascals per milliliter, divided by X, which is the volume in milliliters, plus B, which is negative 28.1. So that's the relationship I've derived from my measurements, and perhaps I might make the argument that 28.1 is small, or to make a physical argument that as the volume gets larger and larger and larger, going out to infinity, the pressure would never go negative. So I could argue that this is insignificant, and I've derived a relationship, an inverse relationship between pressure and volume, known as Boyle's law.